screen and we will get started.
Amy, I think you might be muted.
Am I muted?
Oh, no, sorry. Sounds good.
Okay, can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, good deal. All right, so this is navigate job and career options. So our objectives for today. So let's see, let me close out of that. So today we're going to go over some guidance factors to consider when you're exploring your future college and career endeavors. We're also going to look at some resources and tools available to you, such as the Occupational Outlook Handbook, as well as the Occupational Information Network. And then let's begin. All right, so the quest to find your ideal career is a two-way journey. It's like an inward journey to understand more about yourself, what your aptitudes are, and the things that excite you and that you enjoy doing. It's also an outer journey to find new opportunities in the world around you and create circumstances in which new aspects of yourself are revealed. So when exploring future college and career choices, consider the importance of human capital. So what is human capital? So human capital is the knowledge, talent, experience, and skills that people possess. So ultimately, developing your capital increases your marketability. And we're going to explore several ways in which you can develop these personal traits. So what are your top 5 skills or talents that you possess? And what are 3 ways that you could develop your knowledge, skills, and talents? These are just some things that you could brainstorm about. So guidance factors to consider when you're thinking about future careers. So we have the type of work. Does this job match your skills and interest? The outlook of the career. Is this field experiencing growth or is the job availability declining? Education. So are you prepared to complete the required education, whether that's a certification, vocational school, or college degree? And then the salary. The salary is important to consider. Does it meet your expectations for how much you would like to be making? All right, so here is a graph from the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. So these are rates from 2021. This compares the median weekly earnings of full-time workers over age 25 with various levels of education. It also shows you the unemployment rate percentage. So these educational categories reflect only the highest level of educational attainment. It does not take into account any other training programs such as apprenticeships, on-the-job training, vocational school, which may influence earnings and unemployment rates. So there's a higher link between higher education attainment and greater average earnings, as you can see. In general, workers who have higher educational degrees make higher wages, and those with higher educational attainment generally have a lower level of unemployment, as you can see. So looking at that, let's talk about some different education options that are out there. So there's many opportunities for education after high school or wherever you are at the point in your life, depending on your career and life goals. So these are just some more of the common routes. Of course, there are even more options out there. These are just like the main ones. So we have vocational schools, are often referred to as trade schools. So they're geared towards students who are interested in learning a trade or a skill. So that could be like culinary arts, carpentry, a pharmacy technician, electrician certifications, and many, many more. We also have community colleges. So community colleges are primarily two-year degree seeking institutions. So for example, you would earn an associate's degree, and then you could typically perhaps go on to a college or university. So universities are typically set up for bachelor's and graduate degrees. Many universities also include more specialized schools such as medical and law schools. So when you're thinking about a career, there are several options for experiencing careers, just to kind of get an idea of what is out there. So internships are a great way to gain experience and to expose you to different opportunities in your chosen career field. So how would you find an internship? So one way you could do it is try networking. So you can talk with your family, teachers, counselors to try to find intern opportunities. You can also check online resources. So internships.com and wayup.com. You can also visit company websites. So oftentimes they will post if they are looking for hiring an intern, if there's a particular employer or company you're interested in. So another way you can experience a career is through job shadowing. So how this works is traditionally you would spend a day or a few days just observing a professional on the job. So job shadowing introduces you to the day-to-day operations of a career, and it helps you decide if it would be a good fit for you. Job shadowing also helps you build a network with professionals, which could help you find a job or an internship down the road. So how do you find job shadowing opportunities? So you can try contacting the human resources department of a place you would like to work, which this information can usually be found on a company's website. Another way you can experience a career is just by interviewing someone who holds the job that you're interested in. So this provides you with an opportunity to learn more about that career one-on-one. You can talk with your family, friends, teachers, and counselors to find opportunities, or you can go to websites such as the one we have listed here, careersouthere.com. This has recorded interviews that you can watch. So these are all traditional options for experiencing careers. So keep in mind that while you're exploring your options, the current climate has kind of shaped how these experiences will be had. So there's more virtual and remote internship opportunities as companies have adapted. So you can seek out virtual opportunities as well if there's, for example, another state or the job you're looking at is far away. So you can think outside of the box and think creatively while you're pursuing such experiences. All right, so now that we've talked about that, let's transition into navigating career fields. So where do you want to go from here? So the first resource we're going to look at is the Occupational Outlook Handbook. So this is a great resource for just exploring careers. If you're interested in several different things, you're not too sure what you want to do, you can browse, as you can see on the left-hand side, by occupation groups. You can search by pay, education, on-the-job training, number of new jobs, and growth rate. The quick facts, which that is a feature of the website. It gives you an overview of the occupation and what is expected out of the average position. So that's when you go in and you click on a specific career path. So it'll detail for you the salary, and they also include the expected job growth through 2031. So that is this website right here, the www.bls.gov/OOH. So another resource that is similar to the Occupational Outlook Handbook is the Occupational Information Network, or ONET. So this is a resource that is sponsored by the U.S. Department of Labor in employment and training administration. So this allows you to browse for careers by several different categories, such as career clusters, or you can search for a specific occupation through the search bar. They also provide a detailed report on information pertaining to the career, such as the tasks, knowledge, and skills needed, the abilities and work activities, work context and job zone, what education and credentials you need to have, the interests, work styles, and values of a particular career or company. It'll also show you related occupations, wages, and employment trends. And it even provides links to job openings on the web. And so that is this website down here, the www.onetonline.org. So if you don't know where to start, you just want to browse, see what different careers are out there based on what you're interested in. They also have this feature called My Next Move. So you can try the I Want to Be section. You can search for careers with keywords. You can browse careers by industry, or they have an option where you can say, I'm not really sure, and answer some questions about the type of work that you might enjoy. And they can provide recommendations for careers that match your interests. Searching for occupations. So when using ONET, you can find the occupations by career clusters, industry, job zone, bright outlook, job family, and STEM. So as you see here, this is the Find Occupations search bar. So the outlook, if it's going to be something that will grow rapidly, what type of industry it's in, job zone, which is shows you how much education, experience, and training you might need, and then it will match you with careers based on that. So they group occupations that are expected to grow rapidly in the next several years, which that is the bright outlook, which I mentioned. If you find a sun icon next to a career, that signifies it as a rapidly growing career. So there would be lots of development, lots of job opportunities in these fields. All right, so now we're going to dive into what resources are available through the Plano Public Library. So once you've decided on an occupation you'd want to pursue, or have identified even a couple of options, it's important to start building your skill and knowledge set to resemble what the position is looking for. So at the library, we have resources such as the ones presented to help you along the way. So here are the few that I'm going to talk about. First, we have our Learning Express library. So you can register for free with your Plano Public Library card. They feature the Career Center Plus, which there you can explore a new field or find ways to advance in your current occupation. It has helpful study guides and practice tests to help prepare you for professional exams, such as civil service, law enforcement, nursing, plumbing, electrical, etc. They also have online tests for the GED, GRE, the TAX, the ASVAB, and the SAT. They also have the Job and Career Accelerator. So you can take the quiz and find a career match, explore different occupations, and search for jobs and internships. There is the Adult Core Skills section, where you can build skills to become better in math, reading, writing, speaking, and grammar. They also have resources to help you prepare to become a US citizen, if that is something that you are interested in. The Computer Skills Center. So from there, you can learn computer basics, learn internet basics, popular software tools such as Microsoft Office 365. You can learn computer graphics and illustration software. Next, we can talk about LinkedIn Learning, which is formerly known as lynda.com, if you are familiar with that. It's one of our online learning databases. It houses thousands of courses that you could take. So just to briefly talk about some of them, they focus on topics such as business, design, web development, multimedia skills. There are many classes covering software such as Microsoft Office, Adobe Creative Suite, and open source applications. So while this database is free, you do need a Plano Public Library card to access it. All right, next we can talk about tutor.com. So tutor.com, it provides one-on-one help from a live tutor for students in various subjects such as math, science, English, history, and many more. They also provide assistance with resume and cover letter writing. You can connect with a career coach, so they can help you find a job, write a cover letter or resume, or prepare for an interview. All right, so now we have Reference Solutions, which this was formerly known as Reference USA. So this provides information on US businesses, jobs and internships, new businesses, and as you can see here, healthcare, consumers, homeowners. So lots of different information to help you search for jobs based on location, industry, size, annual earnings, or other criteria. So you can also research business executives, find out information about a particular business, view historical market trends, track down addresses and phone numbers, and discover news articles for research. So probably the most useful feature of this database is the ability to search for current jobs and internships across a wide spectrum of careers. And like I said, these are all available with the Plano Public Library. If you are not living in Plano, as this is a virtual program, I would advise you to connect with your local library and see, because they might also offer these databases or something similar. All right, so that concludes the presentation portion. So now, if you have any questions, I'll have our chat moderator.
Hi, Amy.
Yes.
Yes, we did have a question, one so far. Do you have a recommendation for aptitude tests that someone could take to help match their interest to careers?
So I have not used any of these personally. Like I said, the ONET provides a useful quiz, which I can go ahead and hop on their website real quick and we can take a look at it. Let's see. So this is onetonline.org.
You may have to change your screen, your sharing screen, Amy.
Oh, is it not? Okay. Let's do a new share. All right. Okay, can you see the ONET now?
Yes.
Okay. So like I said, this is the ONET homepage. So we can go to find your career at my next move. So let's just look and see kind of what this quiz looks like. Okay, so it looks like it has 60 questions about work activities, and you can, oh, it has some very nice little faces here, so you can say kind of how you feel about that. don't think about, if you have enough education or training or money. Just think about if you would like or dislike the work. So this looks like a good resource. Looks like it has all sorts of different kind of questions. So that would be a good one I would recommend. And really just exploring on the website and seeing.
Oh, when you have a moment, we have another
Yeah.
question.
Okay.
And if that didn't answer the question about recommendations for aptitude tests, please put in the Q&A clarification for your question. But our next question is about logging into LinkedIn.com. The person says it's asking for a username and password, not seeing the link to use the library card.
Okay, so here I am on the library website. So all of these databases are going to be found if you go to the plano.gov library site or planolibrary.org. It's all going to be found under this research and learn cluster here. We can go ahead and go into business and career. There are lots of other databases on here as well. So LinkedIn Learning. Okay, so if you go through the library's website, it does ask you to verify your library card here, which I will go ahead and enter my personal card number. And then we can log in. So right, make sure when you're trying to access the library databases that you are going through the Plano Library website. Otherwise, it will ask for different information. It won't ask for like the library card information. But this is kind of what LinkedIn looks like. They have truly so many courses on here. I highly, highly recommend browsing through all of their courses, and they're all self-paced online courses. So you can save what you want to learn under the My Learning. You can save ones for later. You can go back to them if you don't have time to complete a whole course. So it's very helpful when it comes to learning new skills. Does that answer that question?
It looks like it does.
Okay, good.
The tour was very beneficial, and adding the bit about always entering through the library website, also very good.
Right, yes. Yes, that is specifically for these library databases. So like the ONET website and the Occupational Outlook Handbook, you can just go straight to those since they are government websites. But yes, all of our databases, you do have to enter through the library website. So.
I don't see any more questions at this time.
All right, well, if we have no further questions.
Oh, I think we just got one.
Do we? Okay.
I recently completed a course on LinkedIn Learning and found out that the certificate doesn't come with my name on it. Is it the same for everyone or just some error on my webpage?
Let me take a look at that.
That might be an ask a librarian question, to be honest.
Right. I'm just glancing at just one course that I have completed. Okay, so let me show you. It does not have a name for mine as well. So that might be something that if you can submit a question to our, can you see this now? This is my certificate of completion for Adobe Creative Cloud. And it just says a blank space right here. So that might be something we would need to look into a little bit further. That might just be a LinkedIn Learning thing. So.
And Amy, we did put a link to Ask a Librarian in the chat. So
Okay.
folks, if you have questions like that, which are kind of specific, you can use that link and we will follow up.
Right. And if you have any further questions about, more in-depth type career research, please feel free to submit a question, and we can look more in depth for that for you. All right, so as always, our website is planolibrary.org. We do also have a blog, which it does have some resources, gives you helpful how-to guides for accessing some of our databases. That is at planolibrarylearns.org. I highly recommend hopping on there. It's not a complete instructions for all the databases, but it does have some useful information if you have further questions. All right, well, if there are no further questions, then that concludes this webinar. Thank you again, everyone, for attending. And like Bethany said, if you have any further questions, feel free to submit to our Ask the Librarian feature.